Hi, we're checking out the new American brand Jaguar 6.6 extractor. Latest and greatest by Mr. Ed Valentine. We've already pre-removed the 8 bolts and washers that hold the tanks into the motor base to save a little time. This is your waste tank lid and gasket. You have in here 2 stacks. It's got 2 6.6 inch American Jaguar vac motor, high performance vac motors in parallel. So you have a stack for each motor. The way this one's set up, you take these little floats are your check valves, and the screen is actually on top of the stack. So you do have to take this off and wipe that screen off, you know, at the end of the day, or on a dirty job, maybe at the end of the day of each job, and you reinstall that. Now we've already removed the bolts to hold it in, and I've also unscrewed. This is the auto dump hose. There's the filter for it in there, and then the 2 vac hoses. This machine also has a muffler to help it run quieter. I'll show that to you. This is the muffler. So the vac motor exhausts go through that silencing system that helps it run quieter. Here's your auto dump pump. Here's your big 3rd horsepower motor turning your C205 PumpTech pump head. They've got this one tuned to 800 PSI. Was the manufacturer spec on that. And these 6.6 inch single stage vac motors, we've been told outperform the regular 3-stage vac motors that we're used to, the 5.7 inch. So we're going to put it back together real quick, and we're going to run a couple quick tests. Now our testing is less than absolutely scientific, we admit that, but we're going to just see how it performs using our meager gauges and meters. We're looking again at the American Jaguar 6.6. It's a new fancy extractor by Ed Valentine, and with a couple of things we left off on the previous video. It has these 2 hoses, extension hoses, so you can, if you don't want to use the auto-filling fresh tank, you can actually take water out of the back of a toilet, a bathtub, or a 5-gallon bucket, and this would be your discharge back from the regulator, so you can actually run the bucket complete that way. This has indicator lights for each of the functions. Each vac motor separately lit. Here's your auto dump port. Here's your gauge for your 500 PSI pump. This actually has a port over here where you can connect an auxiliary waste tank, and that is also available through American through Steambrite, and increase the waste tank size by connecting it with that. Here's your auto fill port in the back. Also has locking casters in the front. Now we're going to quickly do some performance spec. This is not scientific. Our anemometer, although it's the nicest one we could get locally, is plus or minus 3% accuracy, and we're going slightly beyond its maximum spec, advised spec, so it may be even a little less accurate than that. We're not arguing with any of the manufacturers or OEM specs that are being reported on this machine. We're just showing you here in San Antonio on this day, at this temperature, at this barometric pressure, what readings we're getting with this equipment, just to kind of give you an idea. And when you have reported specs for vac motors, that might be different than having them mounted in a specific waste tank with certain ports connected to them. So we're gonna, this is a 2 1/4 inch pickup vane, wind vane, so we're going to use this cuff to increase this size of this so we can get a better, more accurate reading. Okay. 281.4 cubic feet of airflow per minute through a 2 1/4 inch port. About 8. And we use our handy reference gauge here. 8.5 inches of mercury
is about 130.
6, 7, 8.5 is about 125, 128, 123. Between a 123 and 125 inches of water lift.